All right, Shalom. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. We're going to go into this Galatians 3:28. And it says, there is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male nor female. For ye are all one in Christ Jesus. Now, this is a verse that they use to say that when, as they say, Jesus came, he opened it up for everyone to be saved, because they look at the word Greek. And you got to understand in these scriptures that salvation is only for Israel. And it was that way in the Old Testament, and it never changed when the New Testament came about. So we're going to go into, we actually going to go to, let's see. Yeah, we're going to go to Romans 10 and Romans 10 at 1. And it says, brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they might be saved. So Paul literally praying to the Most High, saying that, asking for Israel to be saved. He's not talking about the other nations. He's only talking about Israel. Just letting you know, salvation is only for Israel. But when we go back to this scripture, we're going to look up this word Greek here and see what it says. It is the Greek word Helen, or Helen. And this person says, a Greek, either by nationality, whether a native of the mainland or of the Greek islands or colonies. But check this out. In a wider sense, the name embraces all nations, not Jews, that made the language, customs, and learning of the Greeks their own. The primary reference is to a difference of religion and worship. But if you look here, it says that they made the language and customs and learning of the Greeks their own. And that's what our people did, man. When they was in captivity under the Greeks, when they was living amongst the Greeks, they literally made Greek their language. All the things that they were doing, their customs and things, they took a hold of them and embraced them and started doing those things. And they even put off our customs as Israelites. They put off the customs that the Most High gave us. The high holy days, the dietary laws, and just everything. They put all of that off. And prove that, we're gonna go to we're gonna go to First Maccabees, the first chapter. And it says, start at verse 1, it says, and it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chettiim, and had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and the Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greeks. I read that to show you that this is talking about during the Greek Empire, during that time. Now we will skip on down to verse 10, and it says, and there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been an hostage at Rome. They let you know it's Greek. And he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. Now pay attention here. It says, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men. So to let you know that you had wicked Israelites during that time. And it says, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen, that are round about us. So there you go. Our wicked Israelite men went and literally made a covenant with the heathen. They made an agreement. That's what the word covenant means. They made an agreement with the heathen that were around them. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So basically, they were, they felt like they were, really treated well for trying to keep the laws and just trying to follow the laws of the Most High of power. But so they said, well, we could just make an agreement with them so that we could probably ease some of this burden and some of this sorrow. So verse 12, so this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. So wicked Israelite men went on over to the king, and now he said, well, okay, now I'm gonna allow you to, take part in our customs and what we doing. And it says, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. So by them, and that's a whole nother lesson, the whole uncircumcised and circumcised, because the circumcised were the Jews that were keeping the laws and statutes and commandments and while they was living in the land, and the uncircumcised were the Israelites that were not keeping the laws. That's how they became uncircumcised. See, it says 15, they made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant, because they joined themselves to the heathen. And that's what it means when it says that they went and made a covenant. Let us go make a covenant in verse 11. Let us go make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. They did that by forsaking the holy covenant that the Most High gave us. And that's how you get. They took on those Greek customs, those Greekish fashions, those holidays that those feast days that the Greeks was celebrating, and all that BS there. Wicked Israelite men started doing it. So that's where you get there's neither Jew nor Greek, because Paul knew that those Greeks, which were Israelites who forsook the covenant, made themselves uncircumcised. They became of the uncircumcision. And he was just saying that, for ye are all one in Yahushua Mashiach. I hope that was edifying, and just a little quick one. And so, once again, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Hope to see you back with another lesson.